Doing good. How are you, Farzana?
I'm fine, thank you. So let's start the episode. So, welcome to another episode of Conversation over a cup of tea with me, Farzana, where we explore wellness, purpose, and the art of living in alignment. But before I start the episode, I would like to request all of you watching this episode, please go and subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you don't miss out on any of these powerful conversations. So, what are we going to talk today? Um, this particular topic is very, very close to my heart, and it's about Ikigai and energy alignment. So, again, I would like to welcome my expert, Purvaja Shri, to help me with this topic and to understand more about Ikigai and energy alignment. Thank you so much for coming, Purvaja.
Thank you so much, Farzana, for once again providing me this opportunity
It's
and
wonderful
this
to have you
platform.
on board. So, let's grab our tea and take a deep breath and let's dive into this wonderful topic of Ikigai. So, Purvaja, uh, we have heard the buzzword Ikigai a lot.
Mhm.
In what is Ikigai to you? If I have to ask you to explain to us, how do you see it?
For me, Ikigai, apart from that buzzword, I would say Ikigai is understanding the life purpose and putting your objective into action.
Mm-hmm.
So there are four components of Ikigai, which makes your kind of your passion to action.
Okay.
So those four components are one, like what do you like or what do you love doing? That's the first component. The
Okay.
second is what are the skill set or what are the resources which you have. And the third one is what the world wants from you. And the fourth is what you will be getting in from the world. Like it could be monetary or it could be, your happiness or it could be even claps, applause, whatever it is, it could be rewards, awards. So these are the four components. So these four itself, gives you a proper explanation or a proper kind of, a roadmap to for you to kind of, achieve your purpose of life.
So, in other words, Ikigai is purpose of life, and it's not a state of doing, but it's a state of your own oneself, of being you. Am I?
Yes, it's a state of doing and living. It's like, this word Ikigai started when there was no life in Japan, that it started just after, the Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Mm.
So they wanted to kind of, since there was no life, they wanted to start with some kind of a life to whoever was, surviving from that, from those, I would say, um, from the nightmares or from the crisis.
Okay.
So it just, whatever they were doing, some people they might be just, eating, some people they might be just cooking, or some people they might be, women might be pregnant. So it was just to get a life from a lifeless situation. So it's like, bringing a passion into a life thing. So this is what, Ikigai has made.
Oh. So, if this is such a simple way of looking at how you can live your life, but in today's
Absolutely.
time, I see that quite a lot of people, and I see them with having anything and everything in their lives, yet they look so disconnected from their purpose. What do you think? What is happening in today's time?
In today's life, the disconnection is basically because of searching from the external world, not within self. because when you kind of, connect within yourself, when you
Okay.
understand, when you kind of, when it comes to Ikigai, it's basically, you align with your passion. And when your thoughts and emotions and along with, your mind, body and spirit, when
Mhm.
it gets aligned, which is called as, the energy alignment, when that has been aligned, then automatically you would be kind of, even maybe you might not be achieving a very big success. Maybe you might not be a millionaire or a billionaire, but still the the success or whatever you kind of, achieve itself would bring you a kind of, a happiness, and that would lead you to a purpose of life. So instead of, connecting or getting disconnected within self and connecting to the outside world,
So in other words,
better,
we have become very materialistic, right? That's what
materialistic,
have
absolutely.
given up on our spiritual level of understanding or thinking and giving ourselves some time to think from within rather than that we are
Absolutely.
running around, all these material stuff. It makes so much sense. So you just talked about one thing, which is energy alignment. I
Yes.
really I know it's a very simple term. Everybody uses energy alignments. In a very, very simple way, will you be able to explain to us what is energy alignment and how do you connect the two, Ikigai and the energy alignment?
See, energy alignment, everything has some kind of an energy, even to kind of, bring in some kind of a thoughts and making it into action. That is also, an energy. Energy, in physics we use, in chemistry we use, it's not a spiritual term. So energy is for, making something to happen. That is what is energy very much needed. So when your thoughts, when your emotions, when your behavior, and when your actions, everything, is aligned together, which we call that as, your logical mind and your, subconscious mind, along with, your spirit, when it gets aligned together, then, I mean, you all see miracles in your life. So when it has been aligned with your ikigai, as I already said, it's like, throwing the light,
Yeah.
um, to your, to your life. So when you kind of merge these with those four components, then automatically, the pathway is getting cleared and you will be able to move forward in an easier pace.
Okay. So if I may ask you to give us an example, we are talking about both ikigai and energy alignments. Would you be able to explain us by giving an example as to how and what we are talking about?
When it comes to an example about, energy alignment and ikigai, for example, um, a very small example I would say is your career.
Mm,
So you wanted to kind of, crack. You have a dream job, you have a dream company to
mm,
crack, but
mm,
then you have some kind of a fear
mm,
that fear exists within your subconscious mind. But then your logical mind is saying, "Hey, you have this skill, so you can, achieve this. You can, get this as your salary, and you would be able to, provide this for your company." But
right.
then if your subconscious mind is not allowing you to kind of, that kind of a josh, if that's not been produced, then you would be not attending. I mean, you would not be cracking that interview. You would be kind of nervous. You would be kind of, you would not be getting words, and anyways, you would be flunking. So once again, what will happen is, so your subconscious mind will say, "See, hey, I told you that you will be flunking. You would not be, performing well." So it's, you are a kind of, you are a timid. You are. It will be starting, demotivating. It would start discouraging.
And it,
So if your energy alignment is with your conscious and subconscious and with your spirit has been, aligned, it's not a kind of, it's not a rocket science.
mm,
For subconscious mind, it's like, it is basically protecting you for, not losing you, or not making you lose,
mm,
and not making you feel embarrassed in front of people.
yes.
So with that kind of a thing, when you kind of go that yes, I will not be performing, I will not be achieving this, then yes, you will not be achieving. But then if you kind of go with some kind of a confidence by masking your subconscious mind, or kind of making your subconscious mind understand that yes, I do have this skills, and I do have this talent, I have this caliber within me, so I can go and crack this interview, and this is what, and this is where my kind of my life is all about, then yes,
So, in other
that
words,
kind of miracle happens really.
okay, no, I think I understand what exactly you said. It means that whatever we are thinking,
Absolutely.
that shapes the emotions, the
Yes.
emotions, and then it shapes how we are going to move forward, the
Yes.
direction of our life. So
Thoughts,
it's our
emotions,
thought
behavior, and action.
and action.
So these are the four
These are the elements
processes.
which for ikigai basically. Okay. Sometimes we hear this. I don't know. I feel I'm lost. I'm scattered. I feel blockage. I can't think. So, do you think people having those kind of emotions or thoughts,
Mhm.
they can still live with their ikigais, or what should they do when such thing happens?
See, with Ikigai, you can still kind of, figure out something. You can just, stick your passion and then your skills and then, what the world needs and what the world can give. You can still have that paper stuck on the wall. But then that doesn't work if the energy is not been aligned once again. So if you don't have a proper kind of a positive thought, and
Mm,
if you are completely emotionally, if you are kind of dipped down,
mm,
and automatically that will be reflecting in your behavior. So whatever ikigai may be, even if you start doing also, even for example for a woman, how much ever she kinds of cooks, but still if she has some kind of a self doubt that no, my whatever I'm preparing is not good,
mm.
still that will be reflecting on her food,
On
what
her.
she prepares.
This I totally agree. It happens to me a lot. So, in other words, for anyone to be able to work, um, whichever direction they're working, the ikigai is very important, and then the energy alignment is very important. These two come
Yes.
together. Okay, so person with that who has got some issue with the energy alignment, what do
Mm-hmm.
you suggest for them? What should they do in order for them to bring together the ikigai and the alignment? What is your suggestion for them if something like that is happening?
Um, See, there are two streams for the energy alignment to happen. One, it's the basic thing is through stillness. Like, you go within the stillness which you get through meditation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you sit very calmly, you kind of, focus on your breathing, on your kind of, thoughts without judging it. And then you kind of, calm yourself down. But the other thing is focusing on your passion. Like maybe to a 10-year-old kid, to a small kid, you
Mm,
cannot just say, okay, be still and then, you do meditation. Yeah, they can do yoga, they can do meditation. I'm not saying a 10-year-old does not have that kind of, maturity to do that. But still, if you ask them to sit in a place still, it's very difficult. So for them, you can just ask them to do whatever passionate about. Maybe hobbies like singing, dancing. Start with your own thing which you like. Maybe drawing. So what would you kind of what is that which you like in drawing? Because everything has some kind of a meditation. Even drawing also
yes,
has a focus into it. Singing also has a focus. Dancing, those steps, everything has some kind of a focus. So that would automatically kind of, brings that connection to yourself.
correct. So, in other words, we know that every human being has a potential. Every human being has a passion. Every human being can turn around the way they think or they believe their beliefs as well. So if
Yes.
they stick to their ikigai, then they can actually push themselves to achieve what they want to achieve by aligning that energy level with them. Is that,
Absolutely.
yeah? Okay, so uh say I was 10 years old, now I'm 50 plus. Do you think my ikigai is going to stay the same, or it will evolve in with the time? Do they, is it constant? Does it evolve? How does it work? Because I know that what I liked in the when I was young, I'm not no more passionate about that now. So I'm just what does it tell me? My I have evolved, or what has changed?
Ikigai, those four components,
Mm,
that doesn't change. Like, what you like,
makes sense.
and then, what skills and resources you have, what the world needs from you, and what you can, gain out of these which you do. So these four components never change.
Mm,
But then, as you said, like, a 10-year-old kid, when it grows up, when it becomes, 25, automatically, the passion and the objective of the life and the way they look at their vision, mission, everything kinds of changes. So those four components, that doesn't change, but yes, the thinking and then the need of time to time of a person, that changes.
good to know. Yeah,
Change is always constant,
yeah.
but then that is within us, not for ikigai.
Mm. So let me just bring the same scenario in the modern times today. Um, does ikigai still fits in whether it's our busy urban lifestyle, or it's our career, or anything like that? Does it change at all?
With this urban, especially this fast-paced world, I
Yeah.
mean, a city like Dubai, Ikigai is very much needed when it pertains to parents, teachers, even homemakers, to working professionals. I would say it really needs an on day-to-day basis, because that brings you a life. For
Mm,
example, even when they come back, you can also have your own life instead of just focusing on your career, ikigai for career or ikigai for just relationship. You can also form your own ikigai for your own self. Like maybe a person who sings, who loves singing, he can say that yes, singing is my like.
mm,
And what are the skills which I have? Yes, skill is my good voice and then tone, and then the voice modulation, and then the pitch, the scale, and then what the world needs. Maybe from the world needs a good kind of enthusiastic person who can sing, and which needs an enjoyment.
mm.
So they need an entertainer, which a singer can do.
Exactly.
And what a singer can get from this world, maybe recognition, or maybe name, fame, so
Mm,
that can also be there.
mm.
So you can also, make a passion converted to profession.
Wonderful. No, that's very nice. Now, have you ever heard anybody telling any misconceptions about ikigai? Have you ever been, asked any question that you felt that ikigai is taken in a wrong direction? Because this is such an old tradition people have started following, starting from Japan. But I feel that in today's time, it's not heard as much, or maybe where I live, or where people I'm surrounded with, they are not talking about it. Is it because something has happened in between? Any misconception you think has people have about this particular ikigai?
See, with my expertise and with my knowledge or whatever I have been going through with my wellness expertise, I
Mm,
haven't heard about any misconception about ikigai, but then I would say that it is not a misconception, but it's actually, a misconnection or the disconnection of, themselves. So we are actually running towards something, but then we ourselves don't know like what we wanted to achieve in this today's fast-paced world. Yes, people are really doing good. People are kind of, learning many things and then, achieving monetarily. I'm not saying that, we are not achieving or we are losing, but then are we really kind of, achieving our own self, what we need? It's like, I would say, a big no, because some people, they really live for the society. But then, are we living for ourselves? I would say, like, most of them, they have to kind of, think about it. So it is not about misconception or
Mm.
something. It's Ikigai is like, I would say it is not a rocket science. It is just, you have to understand your passion and make it into action. That's it. So when you kind of, lost in touch within yourself,
Mm.
then I would say that, all these disconnections and misconceptions all come up with.
All come up with. So no misconception with Ikigai. It's just that we have disconnected. We stop thinking about what we like to do, become, what we would like to contribute, what we expect. There's not expectation, but if anything comes back to us from the society, say, you talked about a nice smile when you contribute something towards, say, towards a community. All these things, if these are very small changes one can bring in our lives, but it will, I would say, it's tenfold for anyone who actually does it, right? Um,
Absolutely.
any advice for our audience who are watching this? What is a suggestion to them? Any advice you think you should in order to come back or stay grounded? Sort of, some daily rituals or anything you as a professional would like to see in today's time, all these adults, all our teenagers should try and do.
See, the daily ritual I would suggest are um, grounding techniques, which I follow for myself, is, getting into a meditative state, at least, 30 minutes, kind of, even though many thoughts that which kinds of lingers within you, but then without judging, you kind of, go through and you just, allow those thoughts to pass. And still you kind of, stay calm and subtle with your breathing technique. And then yes, every time I do this Hoponopono kind of affirmation, that is, please forgive me, I'm sorry, thank you, and I love you. So this kind of makes me also come out of that guilt, because many of them, they kind of have that guilt for themselves as well as for others, that I'm not able to do this for them, I'm not able to do this for others. So that kind of guilt is also there. So that disconnection also happens with your own society or your own known people.
Mm,
So I kind of do these small techniques, and yes, doing charity work,
mm,
and then doing whatever you like, taking a break and then coming out for maybe a couple of days doing something new. Maybe if you don't know to cook, maybe you can try cooking, or
right.
maybe if you don't know to draw, kind of draw. But then main thing which I follow is I regularly kind of do meditation, and it's not about yoga, just meditation and kind of being calm and grounded, which makes me also focused and understand what kind of what I exactly need, or how I get align with my spirit.
That's amazing. No, thank you so much. I really appreciate this wonderful and meaningful conversation. This brings me to the closing of this episode. I hope today's talk has inspired all of you as much as it has inspired me. And I hope that you will go back and reflect and ask yourself, what gives you your life meaning? Again, a request, do not forget to subscribe, like, and share with your loved ones if this episode has resonated with you. In the end, thank you so much, Purvajashri. You brought some really amazing modalities in all the three episodes, like face reading, Bach Flower Remedies, to the Ikigai and Energy Alignment. This series has been nothing so short of transformative. Um, Thank you to all my listeners for being part of this.
Thank you. Thank you so much for once again giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much, Farzana, and thank you, viewers, for viewing and supporting us,
Yeah.
and keep supporting us.
Yes, keep supporting us and keep learning and stay aligned, stay grateful. Until next time, signing off. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye for now.